Lower, always lower than I am. Such is water. I always look at it with lowered eyes, like the ground, like a part of the ground, like a modification of the ground. It's white and shiny, shapeless and cool, passive and obstinately committed to its sole vice, gravity, and is endowed with exceptional means for satisfying this vice, bypassing, piercing, eroding, percolating. The vice also turns against itself. It's in a continual state of collapse, abandons at every moment all sense of form, always bent on self-humiliation. It lies flat on its stomach on the ground, almost a corpse, like monks of certain orders. Always lower seems to be its motto, the opposite of Excelsior. You might almost say that water is insane because of this hysterical urge to submit to gravity that possesses it like an idée fixe. To be sure, all things recognize this same urge, which must be satisfied at all times, in all places. That cupboard, for instance, manifests real stubbornness in its insistent desire to adhere to the floor. If it happens to lose its balance, it would rather face destruction than resist. On the other hand, to some extent it toys with gravity, defies it. Its parts don't all sag, its cornice and moldings hold out. A built-in resistance favors its personal identity and form. Liquid, by definition, is that which prefers to obey gravity rather than maintaining its form, which rejects every possible form as to obey gravity's laws, and which sacrifices all sense of decency to this idée fixe, this pathological scruple, to this vice that renders it precipitate or stagnant, amorphous or ferocious, amorphous and ferocious, like a ferocious drill, wily, penetrating, tortuous. So you can do anything with it you like, lead it into pipes, and make it spout up vertically, just for the pleasure of seeing it come down like rain, a veritable slave. But the sun and moon are jealous of this exclusive sway, and try to exert a counter-influence when it is spread out in wide expanses they can get a hold of, and especially when, dispersed in shallow puddles, it is in a state of less resistance. The sun then levies a greater tribute, driving it in a perpetual cycle, treating it like a squirrel in a cage. Water escapes me, runs through my fingers, and again, it's not even very clean, unlike a lizard or a frog. It leaves traces, marks on my hand that take a good while to dry or have to be wiped off. It escapes me and nonetheless marks me, and I can't do very much about it. Ideologically, this comes to the same thing. It escapes me, escapes all definition, but leaves traces, shapeless marks, in my mind and on this piece of paper. Water's restlessness, sensitive to the slightest change of slope, jumping downstairs both feet at a time, playful, childishly obedient, coming right back when you call it by shifting the incline to this side.